All right, it's the mastermind group tonight. I see we don't have much new people online. Although if you are online and your emails is there, you should basically receive the invitation 2 hours before the class.
Sounds like demented love.
Sounds like something.
What?
I don't know, there's a very peculiar noise going on here. It sounds like somebody, a demented laughing.
Or a dog or something like that.
There it is again.
Good morning. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, who's that?
Yes.
Good morning.
This is Verna.
Verna.
Verna. Hi,
Hi,
Verna.
Hi.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Verna,
Hi,
your
Dan.
mic is working fine?
Huh?
No, we're just saying Verna's mic is working fine as well. We can hear her clearly.
Well, is it working?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Glad to meet you.
Well, it's good to be here. I sure am enjoying these classes.
Me too.
Right.
Philip, where did those photos go to? I don't get emails from that thing.
Okay.
Wherever those photos are.
Monica, if you go to the Yahoo groups, under Yahoo, you go to groups, you'll find we've got a little group there which is called Embed Exclusive 200. And just sign up there, and then you can drop your photos there as well.
Okay.
Phil, did you actually mean to send 2 pictures of the lion?
I sent, it should be the male one and then the female one. What did I send?
Okay. I thought it was 2 males, but I'll go back and check. I've not had a good week.
I think it was a male and a female. It's supposed to be, but it could be that I was a bit not all there when I uploaded them. And I think I've uploaded the cheetahs as well.
Yeah. I didn't get the cheetahs,
There
but
was
I
the
got the
cheetah.
dog.
And
Oh, the cheetahs the other day, yes. I
Yeah.
mentioned that today.
Yeah, into the class for
So-
next one.
Right.
it after the last lesson.
That's
I
right.
did get them.
Right. I need to show something tonight because there was a request for it. And that is again how to add your fonts to a folder on your computer. That's one thing. I also want to show you how to add an image into Font Engine. And then the rest of the time is yours. You can tell me what you want to see, what we need to look at. Please remember every second month we've got our mastermind class where you can ask. You were supposed to actually email me, but it's fine. You can ask me in the class as well, and we'll go through it. So if there's anything that you don't know how to do or would like to know how to do or you're battling with, this is the class for it. And when it gets so quiet, I start wondering if I've lost my...
We're here, Phil. We're waiting for the next pearls of wisdom.
I'm thinking.
Thank
Takes
you.
time.
That's fine, thank you. All right, I'm just checking to see how long does it take to change screen. I've changed screen now. Haven't we there?
I've got a blank screen up, yep.
We're an editor, right?
Yeah, we're in editor. We've moved over to editor. The question was is when you go and you want to add fonts, extra fonts. Remember we had that 2,900 fonts that we've got in the download area?
Oh yes, I wanted to ask that question, yeah.
If you want to load them onto your computer, it's not good to load them into your program files, into your Windows font folder, because it will slow your computer down. So you'll go and create a folder on your computer, let's say on C drive called My Fonts. And then inside that folder you will download all those fonts that you get from fontgarden.com and all the other places. So right, let me go and show you how to change it. We go to... I'm listening.
Is it a good idea to keep them zipped and then unzip them as and when you need them, or not?
Okay, that's a good question. Let's just go and open the font engine. I want to show you something then there. If we go to font engine. Font engine should be open now. It is there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right at the top, we have two buttons. I'm going to highlight them in yellow, and that's the two that we're going to work with. And those two buttons there is the ones that is important there. When we click on the folder, the little folder on the left-hand side, you'll see that you have your normal embed fonts folder, which is inside program files, inside fonts, embed 32 fonts. Folder number 2 would be your embed classes, your dingbats, whatever you have there. And folder number 3 will be your normal font folder. Let me just give this to Jared quick.
Did we lose you? I can't hear you.
You hear the birds in the background?
Yeah, the birds was just shouting at me, and I had to give the birds to JR so that he can carry on talking to the birds. Right. Okay, so folder number 2 will be typically where you'll put your fonts in. And Diana, yes, if you're going to use your fonts in and unzip them as and when you need them, you need to unzip them in a folder that you'll either have in folder number 2 or in folder number 3. So
Right.
if you have My Fonts, then you might have inside My Fonts, you have Fonts Now, and then you'll just have your zip files in My Fonts.
So, Phil, what you're saying is, I see you've got C program files, Embed 32 fonts. Now, those are the ones the fonts that actually come in Embed, you know,
Yes.
the Embed fonts. Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Then
can also install fonts there if you want to.
Right. And then folder 2 is the My Fonts
Folder, yes.
folder. Right. So you call it Embed classes, but we would call it My Fonts, and that's where all the ones from Font Garden and all those ones go
That's
in.
it, yeah.
Right, and then you have another branch to the tree, say, you know, dingbats, hand.
That's it?
Right.
Okay, and the important thing is
And
if
then
you...
folder 3, and then folder 3 is the opened up and unzipped ones.
Unzip one.
This is where I get yeah. This is where I'm getting very confused. These 3 folders.
Okay, you can store your folders in more than one place, and I want to show you this portion at the bottom there, which is the important one. Why sometimes we have a problem. If you have a look at the bottom, you'll see that little tick there, which says search for fonts in zip or RAR archive files. If that little tick is on, Embed will automatically pick up the fonts inside a zip file.
Oh wow! Oh, that's good.
But if you take it off, it will only read the fonts that is actually already extracted from the zip file. Which means you can have zip files.
Already open. Yeah, you faded out.
Okay. You can have zip files inside a folder. If it's not ticked, it won't show those zip files. But if it's ticked, it will show the files inside the zip files as well, the fonts.
And then it will stay, once you've used it and done what you want to do with it, it'll stay zipped again.
It will stay in
So
the
it's
zip.
not taking up lots of space on the...
That's it.
Okay, good.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
Which
Yeah,
means is if you can go and
thank
use
you.
font folder number 3 for all your zip folders, and all your zip files will be there. If you take the tick off, it will ignore font folder number 3 completely.
Okay, understood now. Thank you very much.
Does that make sense, Diane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. I'm going to cancel there. That is the one part that I wanted to show you. The other part that I wanted to show you was inside font engine. Yeah, that was the other thing. inside Font Engine, if we go and create a, let me just make it full size. Okay, this is the wingdings that we've got here. So I'm just going to go and call up any font and type my embed in there. And let's make embed big E. Right, and if I go from there over into layout, you'll see my embed is in layout. Now sometimes you need to write on a curve, text on a curve, and sometimes you don't know where, how does it fit and where must it exactly go. So with this, on the left top corner icon, that little chappy there that I've just highlighted, that icon will allow you to bring an image in behind your layout screen. So if we go and call it up there, see if I can find a image. And that's now a problem, but let's see what I can do. Should be able to find some images there. There's nothing there. Did you see? Let's have a look. Images. Okay, this one is not a good example, but it should be. So if I need to match a specific image or a specific design, I can actually go and move my image around until I'm happy with it. And let's go back to our insert option so we can put the wording in there. And then go back to layout. And with this, you can now determine how close is your font to the exact size that you would like it to be.
Oh, that's useful.
Okay. Because Dan asked us the other day if we can do something like that in editor. And yes, we can pull an image in an editor, and yes, we can now pull an image into Font Engine as well. And you can space it, because remember, you can increase the gap and all that. You can increase the size and put all that together so that we can actually fit the design in. If I'm looking at this, we can actually perhaps increase in properties the height to about 30. And then go back, and that's about the size there. Perhaps the font should be Arial round, which I can go back to. Arial round. Where's Arial round? There we go. There's Arial round. And then go back. Yep, we are there. And now I'll just move my first letter until it is in position. And have a look on where the rest of the letters is. See if I need to space them more or less. Bring them in and out to get them into place. Because I can control each letter in Font Engine. And remember, I can make my font wider and narrower. So you can actually use your background, bring the background in and create the font. All right,
That really is very handy.
Okay, that was just something I thought I have to share with you because that was something that came up in the last week, and we actually went. Sometimes you have a school badge or a badge which is in a circle or in an arch, and in that case you will then change your baseline at the bottom. You'll change your baseline at the bottom into circle. And by taking your keep aspect ratio off, you will then just reduce your height. Keep your width there, but reduce your height. And then move your line until it works out according to the space that you have there, and it needs to fit into the areas that you want it to fit into.
Philip, where is the option then for changing the size of the circle?
Okay, you want me to highlight that for you, all right? So I will do that.
Yes, please.
Okay, that was not my computer saying that. But mine sometimes do. All right, if you have a look at the bottom, you have below the baseline where it says circle, you've got width, height, and keep aspect ratio. If you take the keep aspect ratio tick off, that's where you'll use height to reduce your circle and make it either an oval or whatever you want to do with it.
Okay, all right.
And that's exactly where you're going to change that. And you can use your slider at the bottom to do the starting and ending point as well, moving it around, but you can also grab your little nodes on the baseline to bring that item in and out.
Mm-hmm.
What if you wanted the letters in a reverse curve from what you have?
And a reverse curve?
Yeah, with the T and the R on ends going up. And everything else. Well, like on the bottom of the curve.
On the bottom curve?
Right. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. You flip-flopped it.
Like that?
And then just drag it. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, what I did is at the bottom it says place on the other side. The only thing that you need to remember, if you place on the other side, you need to look at your gap because some of your letters might actually flow into one another.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Sorry, Dan?
How did you flip that over like that?
Place on the other side.
Oh, place on the other side.
Yeah,
Okay.
just at the bottom. Yeah, I just went and put that little tick on here. Place on the other side.
Okay.
I'll show you now.
All right.
If I change it over to by taking the tick off, you'll see it's immediately on the outside. So it actually brings it. It could actually say place on the inside.
Okay.
Because that's most probably more of what it is.
How would you increase the gap between those letters?
Right here.
Okay, Dan, I'll take you back onto right. Let me just go back to straight line. Sorry. And I'm going to refresh so that we just get you a straightforward start again. There's our ticks. If you want to, you can do the gap in two ways. You can either take the gap and manually do it. If you have a look on the I and the T, there's a space between the I and the T, but there's a smaller space between the two T's. So you can take the little first T and actually just move it a little bit closer to the I, and the second T and move it to the right and move it a little bit away.
Oh, that was a question I was going to ask. The color of the dot changes as you click on it.
Yeah.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And now that I've got them a little bit space, if I want to change the gap now with them as they are now, if I just click on the gap section at the bottom next to the baseline and I go up, it will increase the spacing of all the letters, or it will decrease the spacing of all the letters if I click down.
Oh, okay.
But it will
So you
never,
would use that if you just wanted to expand the whole thing, you could use
Yeah.
that, and then you could also go back and make minor corrections up above.
And
Phil, is there anywhere there that you can actually sort of tell it to make the gaps between letters even
by default, if you
instead
call
of doing
it
it
up,
by eye?
by default, when you call it up, it will do something like that. And I want to show you
Right.
on the right-hand side. I've just highlighted two sections on the right-hand side. The one is angle, and the one is gap.
Ah,
So if we go there and we click on angle, I can go and actually type in an angle there, or I can go and click a gap and I can type a gap in there.
right. Yeah. Thank you.
So I can create an angle for a specific letter different from the rest. If I go to the I, and I take the angle there to 45, 45, not 54.
Falling down.
Okay, and I shouldn't have pressed enter because enter is the last instruction, but you can actually see what it did.
Oops, we now have a drunken eye.
I've got a drunken eye.
He's all cleared.
It's a left-minded eye that we've got there. All right. Any other questions on Font Engine?
I'm sure there will be because I really have a hard time with Font Engine.
I need to use it more.
Yeah, so do I.
Now, what you did in Font Engine via editor rather than in Studio?
Yes, I did this specifically in Font Engine and Editor because there's quite a few people that's got Font Engine and Editor, but they don't have Studio.
Right.
And then you have to do certain things differently in your
Right.
controls.
Right.
Okay. Let me just go something back. I want to show you something else that we did with Font Engine in Editor. Just going to go and increase my frame size. 140 by 20, that would be fine. Okay, so this line is not going to work for me, so I'm going to delete that. And we're going to go back to Font Engine. And let me just go to layout so that I can fix my lazy eye there because it might just go and create something I don't want there. Right. If I go back and I use the same word Twitter, go to Properties, and I take my outline off in Properties. There we go. There we go. Take my outline off. I've got a plain fill there. I can go to parameters, and I've got exactly the same parameters as if I've got it in Studio.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I can now
What are you
go...
throwing around your office?
Okay, so I can change my stitch direction. I can change my fill type to whatever I would like to use it. Let's use fill type 2. Got my underlay there, and I can go and say, okay, and create, and say, okay. And remember no, come on, this wasn't the case. Where do you come from? All right, I forgot to change that.
No.
Although I
Your
really...
lazy eye doesn't want to get up.
No,
You need glasses.
no, it doesn't, but okay. Let's just
You
go
need
and
restorative glasses.
delete it again quickly and see why it's doing that. Sometimes these things do things to you. Okay, it's because I've got this angle set at the eye. It should go back to 0.
Ah.
All right, so there's our eye. Go to 3D, and it's in 3D. So you can see it in 3D now. And now I'm going to go and do gradient work over this by just using Font Engine. Why is the screen not changing? There we go. Okay. So I'm going to go back, go to Properties, And in properties parameters, I'm going to use exactly the same. The only thing is I'm going to go and change gradient to 30. And I'm going to take the underlays off. So the rest is there. I've just activated gradient. And I can go and say, give me a wave in my gradient fill that I'm going to use as well.
Would you change pull compensation in that case? Won't the edges pull in without underlay?
No, I won't. Not in this case, because with a gradient of 30, the first layer is fine. The second layer would be 100%. It's not going to be that dense over it. As you can, I'll show you now when I go over to the other side. And the only thing I'll do when I get to editor, I will basically just go and change the second color to a bright gold or something like that.
You wouldn't reduce the density?
I won't reduce the density, no. I'll only reduce density of the bottom layer if I'm going to have 3 layers stitching on top of it.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, that's pretty. So, Phil, how much would you reduce the density if you were going to have 3 layers? How much would you reduce the density to?
Remember, your standard density is 4.
Yeah.
So if you basically take 4 and you put another 4 on top of it, you're basically reducing your density to, no, it's not 8, it's coming down to 2.
2.
Oh, right. I get confused. Yes, because I thought, yeah, all right, okay. Yeah.
Because it's getting more denser. So which means is if I want to put 2 layers on top, I need to take my bottom layer from a 4 to about a 6, 7 perhaps, and then my second layer I can leave at 4. If I'm going to put my third layer on top, I need to take my first layer to about 8, second layer to about a 6, and then the third layer to about a 5. But you shouldn't should never have more than 3 items stitching on top of one another with full density.
Okay. Thank you.
Mickey, Mickey, is this what you meant by blending colors?
Judy,
Speak to us, Mickey.
it's not online.
I thought Mickey was online.
No, Mickey is not online today.
Okay.
It's a pity, because I've spoken to her on the email a while back, just a few seconds ago. She was on email with me.
Right.
Okay, but
Bill, did you put a gradient on both of those?
No,
just one.
Only the top one.
Just the top.
Yeah, the bottom one was a straightforward full at 30 degrees, full compensation 0.1, and density of 4. And then the second one we had a gradient of 30 on. We took the underlays off, because if I don't take the underlays off, you'll see them. We took the underlays off, and I actually went and put a wave effect onto this lettering as well.
Very effective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's keep that then for Font Engine for today. Right, I'm open for questions, please, people. Quick question. Betty, did you get the design, the images that I sent through to you for that?
I did.
Okay, great stuff.
I did. I did one.
Okay. As long as you've got them all, I'm quite happy with that. That's 100%. Right, I'm open now. Now we've got 20 minutes to answer questions, things that you normally would like answered, but you're not sure of.
Philip, is there any way of setting it so that if you've got a thicker thread, that it will automatically pick up?
Oh,
so if you're using a 30 weight thread instead of 40,
when you work with
automatically adjust your density.
When you work with Lana, what is that? There's another name for Lana as well. It's the wool, the one that you.
Is it Katana?
Katana, yes, that's it. If you work with that, you need to take your density from 4 at least to a 6. Okay, so if you do anything and it's going to be especially for Katona, you need to reduce your density from a 4 to a 6 for that specific area. In most cases, you would do that when you do hair on a face and something like that. That's where you'll do that, so you need to bring that down. Then talking about hair, who of you know about the dual hole needle? The needle with the 2 holes in it. Schmitz.
Is that the one with
Twin needles?
the holes
Twin.
one on top of the other?
Yeah, the one hole is the top of the other one. It's not the one with the twin needles where there's 2 needles, one next to the other one.
I've got some, but never used them.
Never used them.
No.
Okay. Have you got a good design with a thatch roof? Who have you got? If you've got something like Sue Box's got that. What is it? Woodland Treasures or something like that. And she's got all these little houses with the thatch roofs. When you do that thatch roof, you will take 2 tones of brown, a brown and a brown beige, or an orange, something like that. You'll thread the one hole with the one color and the other hole with the other color, and you'll do that thatch roof like that. It will give you an effect that you won't believe.
You say that's a
So
Schmitz
would you?
needle?
I used to be able to get mine from I got mine from a place called Capres, Capres, and she had a group, but she doesn't sell them anymore. So where do you get them from, Phil?
Schmitz still makes them.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
I think.
Twin. No, it wasn't
That's
a twin
not a
needle.
twin
It was a double eye needle.
Double eye needle, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a double eye needle.
I
It's
don't
got,
think I've seen one.
it's got one.
I've done the
What
same
are
thing.
them working on the industrial?
No, my dear. You can't. Because on the industrial machine, you need to remember on the industrial machine, you're running one thread through one process. In other words, your cotton is coming from the back, and I've never tried it, Monica, but I haven't seen it because remember also the industrial shank is all around. It's not flat at the back, and then it's not flat at the back as far as I know.
No.
Phil,
Yeah.
I've tried this 2 threads, but without the double eye needle, and just put 2 threads through the same eye. Used a big eye. I don't remember what needle I used, but it gave a similar effect, I suppose.
It would. There's a needle which is called. They're using it for. It's got a very, very long hole. The eye of the needle is
Top stitching. Yeah.
yeah, it's longer than normal.
Yeah, I
And
think
you
it's a top stitching.
It could be. It could be a top stitching needle, yes. And that would also work. The same. Oh yeah, the Katona needles. The Katona needle will do the same because it's also got a bigger hole in the needle for the thread. And if you put normal embroidery thread through it, it will give you the same effect. What happens when you start stitching with it is that you actually have the machine twist the cotton as it comes down the tension bar, and sometimes the one is on top and sometimes the other one will be on top. You'll always have an uneven match of the 2 colors.
Hey, yeah, I had a little device that was supposed to twist them together, but I found it worked even without that device.
Yeah. All
What
right,
you're saying, it happens.
but that's for especially for when you do hair and when you do roofs and stuff, and even if you do grass, that might be something that you can do and use those.
Or animals or something.
An animal fur. I would have thought would be good on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Anything on studio? Anything on Stigmato? Nothing. Nobody wants to speak to me tonight.
Yeah, well, Sfumato is still being a problem. I just cannot get mine to look like, the dogs that we were doing. I just cannot get it to look like yours. I must be missing something.
How big is your size that you're working with?
Well, I was working on the same size hoop. I won't stitch it out on the same size hoop, but I was working on the same size hoop as you were using for the lesson.
Okay.
But I just don't seem to be able to get the
Effect.
yes, the right effect.
Okay. Remember a service that I'm offering is if you get stuck with something, you can send me the EOF file. And
Yeah,
I will look
okay.
at the EOF file, I'll give you comments on it back, and I will change something for you as well. Sue, I think I did that for
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, for my dog.
So you're more than welcome
I'll have to
send
upload.
me, yeah, to send me the EOF file, and I will actually look at the EOF file for you and actually tell you where
Okay.
you. And if you want me, I'll do a quick,
Thank you.
small video. Let's say 15 minutes of telling you exactly where I would change things
Wow.
and what I'll do, and I'll basically put that up. I think I'll put that in the Yahoo group, so that
Yeah, I'd like to see
Yeah.
what you do. If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
that's fine with me, as long as it's all right with the rest of the group. For me, it's not a problem.
Well, we're all learning something from it, aren't
Yeah, yeah.
Do anybody besides Betty and I have a designer one?
Well, I've got the Designer SE, which is very sick in hospital at the moment.
Oh dear.
My screen went blank.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not best amused, and my computer's been mucking about as well.
Must be your electricity.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my computers on surge protection, but stupidly I didn't put my
Machine on it.
machine upline.
Well, it was just
And
a
I had to go and change the design, and then when I came back to the machine, it had gone blank on me, so I wasn't even able to park my embroidery arm or anything. Just dead.
Yeah.
So I'm not happy girl.
Yeah, and electronic apparatus has got ears.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I found that out in the
My
last.
nose when I leave the room.
Yeah, in the last week, suddenly the washing machine's pump stopped, and then something else stopped. All the electronic things, they just went for a haywire thing. So there might have been something weird in the world going on for electronic stuff in the last week.
What day was that, Phil?
It was on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon. Thank you very much. That's exactly when my problem started.
Okay.
I reckon it's world.
must be a sunspot.
Yeah, or climate change or something. We must blame something at least.
Yeah.
I lost an external drive with 150 gigabytes of designs on it.
Oh.
Fortunately, I had backed up most
on-
of them.
on Saturday.
No, that was week before last.
Okay.
Well, the reason I asked about the designer one is that I removed my Viking dongle and put the Bernina on there. Therefore, I couldn't use my disk manager to put the designs on the floppy disks. So I was using Imbird, which I had never done before, and it got on the floppy fine, but the machine wouldn't read it. I finally concluded that the machine needed an upgrade.
No.
It wasn't much of one, but it was just enough to...
Can I answer you that question?
Uh-huh.
Somewhere, I can't put my foot onto it now, but have a look on the ember.com website.
Yes, I did. It wasn't Imbird was the problem. It was my sewing machine.
Is it?
The way it needed an upgrade.
Oh
to
yeah,
be able to read
that's
Imbird.
it. There's an upgrade that you actually need to
Right.
download from Viking's website, and then you can basically use Ember to create your stiffies for you.
And that's what I did. Yes, and it worked finally last night.
Okay. Sorry, Judy.
Anybody else have a QD2? Because I've got one that uses the VIP thing, and I'm trying to use it as a substitute for my poorly DSE. I'm just not getting it to work, even with with the updates that downloaded from the site.
No, I'm not even sure what you said.
No, 'cause we went.
Quilter's edition. It's the Quilter's edition of the Viking machine.
Yeah, but with an embroidery it's modular. You can have the embroidery unit or not.
Yeah.
And I have got the embroidery unit, but I've had it packed away, and it works on the software is the old VIP Plus.
Yes. And that's what I
and-
was using, but I just didn't have the dongle on there.
All right. Well, I never had a dongle with mine. But it used to work. It was, fine. But I never had a dongle because I'm on to Jan Henning and, asking her for help. And she's sort of talking about dongles, but, help.
I know. I would say it should basically work the same as the designer one. I've got that. My gut tells me it should be the same.
You mean it
so
needs
you
a-
will-
Well, I'm trying to find out because I've got 3D with my DSE, and I'm trying to find out if I can, write it onto the 3D, and I can't see any reason why I shouldn't. But nobody seems to be able to tell me that I can.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
isn't there a Yahoo group for the Vikings?
Yes.
Yes, there is. Yeah, and I belong to that. And Jan Henning is she's an absolute godsend for all of
Yeah.
us. We sort of, and she's trying to help me, but at the moment we're not getting very far.
Okay. I don't have access to the machine. I can't test it for you. The reason why I know a little bit of it, when we were still at the Benina shop, we had some Viking customers coming in for classes, and I had to solve their problem set. So that's why I know that there was a way that you could actually do an upgrade on the machine, and then once you've got that on, you can actually use Ember to create your floppy drives.
Right. Right.
Well, I have not plugged my dongle in for ever since Ember was able to write this.
Right. I wrote to Betty and I fixed it before she got back to me, but appreciate it, Betty.
Yeah, that's what we're there for. We're there to support one another with a little bit of knowledge that we've picked up.
I wrote to both Betty and Candy, but I guess Candy never.
I'm not
I
sure.
didn't look at my email for quite some time, so.
I'm not sure what machine. I know Candy has got the industrial machine, but I'm not sure what other machines he's got. But we're not like the ladies that bake cake. We don't leave some of the ingredients out if we give a recipe over.
Oh, that was heartfelt.
I don't know why, but normally when I eat something nice and I get the recipe and I go home and I do exactly what they told me to do, it doesn't come out the same.
No, never does it?
Somebody else's cookie.
It must be that story of, how much spices do you put in? Well, about a teaspoonful or a big spoonful or whatever, or a handful, and then my hand might be bigger than theirs or something like that. So.
This is, I think I wrote you yesterday and asked you, is there any way that you can broaden a satin stitch on one side and not on the other?
What?
Let's go there. Let's go there quickly. In studio.
I mean, you can, in studio, yes. Because I was doing I changed over the one heart lace, and it wanted to, on the inside is where it wanted to pull away.
Okay.
Oh.
And
What you're thinking about pull compensation?
a pull compensation, if I did that, it only tightened the stitch, made it narrower.
Okay, so if you go, if I understand you correctly, you use the normal.
This is the outside satin stitch.
And if you want to go and do that, okay, let me just see where I'm going with this.
Where under transform, you can broaden the
Okay, we just go.
the satin. You can narrow it, or you can make it, if you have narrow and wide, you can increase the narrow part, but I couldn't see any place where, like on one side, it could be widened.
So you
and
want to
not the other.
make it wider on the one side. You need to select the
Right.
top. You need to select your option A for your satin column mode, option A, and you should then be able to go.
I mean, once I've already had it all programmed.
Wow. That sounded like an explosion.
It was
Has
not.
everybody else's screen gone black?
Yeah, mine
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
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 Okay, let me see if I can find your screen.
Betty, do you mean on an inside of a curve? Is that what you mean?
Well, I'm doing the outside
That's
of
better.
the
It's back.
Got it.
Is the screen back?
on those lace
Yes.
designs.
Yep.
Sorry, Betty, say it again.
I'm doing that freestanding lace,
Yes.
and on the outside stitches right on, but the inside seems to pull, and I tried pull compensation, and it only made it tighter.
We've lost it
No,
again.
it's gone again.
Yeah.
Did you lose screen again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you fool around too much with freestanding lace, it's going to fall apart on you.
Still not
Yeah.
there?
Well, you've got the
Yeah,
you've got
there
the
it is.
under.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I understand completely what you're saying, Betty. That
Okay, once you've got. Okay,
Betty, let
No,
me do it
finish-
this way. Can I
finish
can I
and
give you
do-
control?
well,
What?
you really don't need to.
Okay.
If you finish that, you generate the stitches.
Okay.
Just generate the stitches on what you've got. Okay, now if you go up to transform,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Transform.
okay, click on transform. Okay, it says change column width. That would change the whole width. Broaden thin parts, expand object, or shrink object. But is there any place that you can just expand, say like one side and not the other? I didn't need them wider.
No, I don't think.
I think
so.
I think you've got to sort of set that when you actually set your do your satin stitch to start with.
Well,
on
I solved it by putting the satin stitches that almost clear up to the edge, because they pulled away the bottom part of the satin stitch, not the outside that went to it was the bottom side, and it wanted to pull away.
Is this when you stitched it out?
When I stitched it out, right, I started stitching, then I stopped, and I went back to the drawing board and increased the. But I
Is
had
there
to
any
keep
way you
pinning.
could send a picture or something? I still don't quite get what you mean.
Well,
I'm
when
not
you're
clear
going
either.
around the exterior, the border of the satins of your
Mm-hmm.
freestanding lace, I think Phil's got it.
I don't
The
have it on
only
this
way,
computer. Yeah.
okay, the only way then, if you're going to increase one side or the other, is to pull all those little tiny nodes one direction. You can't. You can increase width, but then what it's doing is it's increasing the outside too. So you're going off of the
Yeah.
underlay.
Yeah. What
And
basically?
this is on a curve or on a straight?
They're on a curve because
On
it's
a
at
curve. Okay, then I understand what you're talking about.
Could it be parameters? Picking out a different fill with
Well,
your zigzag.
you can do. I did one of the satin stitches with a lot of stitch points, and it just almost I have no problem at all. But it's when you do the satin stitch without, it's just going back and forth.
And what happens is if you can make it a little bit wider and narrower, like the one that I've got on the screen now. If you make this wider and narrower, it's fine. But it will basically move left and right points closer or further apart. It won't just
Right.
keep your
Yeah.
left positions in position, and then only move the right portions closer.
I thought there was somewhere you could check that in the inside of a curve, you would have fewer
Yeah.
stitches.
auto shorten
Yes, something.
in parameters.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing it somewhere.
Yeah, it's in the parameters.
In Studio?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
I'm trying to find
Yes,
it. My
if you go
screen
into
has gone crazy
parameters.
now.
Yeah.
Go into parameters.
My screen has gone completely crazy now. I can't right-click parameters. Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go.
Well, the only way I solved it was by going in and manually, the one side, pulling like 50 little nodes down. And so you,
Which one were you using, A, B, or C? You know, to digitize in the first place.
You have to use A
B.
because you need to do
Yeah.
certain portions wider than others.
but you don't know when you're, well, I did B because then I can see that the segments
There you
are,
go. Under sample,
But B will be
arrow
absolutely
under
even
sample.
both sides.
right.
I think
A-
that may be your problem, yeah.
hit the down
A
arrow.
are you individual nodes.
No,
There you go.
But now that one, the second one from the bottom is my favorite, but it doesn't, it's not,
Go further down.
it doesn't
Somewhere-
show, it's more flat. It almost welds it and it holds beautifully.
It will.
Somewhere I have seen what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, okay. There's a challenge for us.
Yeah.
There's a challenge for us.
Well, if
Betty,
you,
you're always challenging us.
But that's good. That's good. The challenges is good. 'Cause my computer
well, I
screen
don't
is
have
on
my
crazy.
old file, but if I sent it, you wouldn't want to stitch out 30,000 stitches and then find out it pulls apart.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. That
I
is
think
also,
I understand what you're saying.
that is also.
But it's only just like
would
two
it-
places.
Would it work to slightly narrow the underlay? So that
Oh,
that
yeah.
underlay stays where it belongs?
Yeah, you can, and you can
Well,
actually try and increase your underlay if you need to as well. But I don't think that is the answer to the problem. The problem is more. Let me just see. It's more.
Well, it's actually the push and pull
Yeah.
of the embroidery when it's stitched on, and my left side, when it's in the hoop, seems to be more of my culprit
I think we must ask.
than my right side.
We must ask Dusan to give us an elastic cursor with so that we can pull the whole line on the outside and
Yes.
instead of using nodes. That might be a better call. I'll send a request
But I
through.
did it with the pattern or the several stitch points in the zigzag, and it doesn't pull at all. It sits on there just like it's welded to it. But it's not, it's flat. It's not pretty.
It's not round, yeah.
I mean, it's
Betty,
not
can you
pretty.
Betty, can you put an example in on the
I can.
on the
I
on the
can.
thing?
I'll-
I just can't picture it.
I'll put my oops in.
Not many of those come from your direction.
That's okay.
Well, I finished stitching out to see if all the rest of them pulled away too. So you'll see my oops. I'll put it on the Yahoo list.
Have anybody of you found a place where you can get crochet patterns?
Get what?
Mims does some, Dainty Stitches does them.
Crochet.
Okay, yeah, but that is already in stitch format. We're looking for artwork.
Embroidery Haven does. Oh, I don't know. Those are designs. No, I don't know anybody.
Philip, I've got old books with lots of crochet patterns in the crochet encyclopedia. If
That
that's
could-
what you're looking for.
Yeah, I just want to see if we can, because crochet work normally works very well. It becomes nice freestanding lace items.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I know what it is.
Google it.
We'll have a look. We'll have a look to see if we can find some images like that. If I find some, I'll post some of it onto the web.
Okay.
Right, ladies, I think our hour is up with this. If there's any other questions,
Doesn't it go quickly?
I don't
Yes.
think so.
it does go too quickly, eh?
Thank you very much, Phil. I've
thank
learned a
you.
lot tonight.
Okay.
Talk,
Pleasure.
talk
And-
to everybody next week.
What
Sure
is
enough.
Yeah.
Thank
next
you.
week
Right.
is?
Did last
Just a
week?
sec before you say goodbye. Let's just check where next week
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Next week is July the 1st.
Yeah.
So that would be
Yeah.
Steve Martin again,
Right.
Well,
right?
I'm going to be on vacation, but I'm going to be in the Midwest, and I bring my computer with me. So we'll see.
Satellite dish and everything, the whole story. You can't go away and just leave us, eh?
Well, I shall be away from home too, but I'll have my notebook, so I'll be
Some
there.
Information, the Kruger Park expedition for 2010. It's the 22nd of August till the 29th of August 2010.
22nd, 29th.
Yeah. So
Right.
I will, as soon as I
Okay,
get
well-
the final confirmation information from Kruger Park, I will publish that and put that on our group as well.
That'd
And then
be
we can
fantastic.
start
That's something to work towards.
sending information around and
Phil.
talk about that.
Phil, is last
Yeah.
week's editor lesson, is that uploaded on the website? I didn't see it.
Yes.
Last week's editor lesson is on the web. It is on the web. I'm fairly sure it is.
Yes, it
I'll
is.
go look again.
Okay.
Okay.
It should
And
be.
I did Muller work.
There was a mistake. It was. I think it wasn't. I'm not sure if it was Dan or Sid that came back to me. I think it was Sid. I went and uploaded it in the wrong section and you couldn't find it, and then I just went back and changed it to June. It was actually
Okay,
as part
maybe
of
I
the
Yeah.
apprentice program. And you wouldn't have find it in the apprentice program because you don't have access to that. But I just then went and put it back under June 2009. So it should be under June 2009.
All right. Thank you.
Right.
Right.
That is
Thank
lovely.
you very much.
Okay. We
Good
see
night,
ya.
everybody.
Bye.
Cheers, Phil.
See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.